Every time we fought, I was the one who apologized. On our anniversary, we argued again, and I finally stayed silent. He left for a drive to clear his head. Hours later, I got a message from his friend. You should see what he just posted. Every time we fought, I was the one who apologized. Not because I was wrong, most of the time I wasn't, but because I couldn't stand the silence that followed. That stretched, heavy, sharp-edged stillness he slipped into whenever things didn't go his way. He never yelled, never threw things. He just withdrew, shrunk into himself and made the room colder by degrees. And I chased him. Every time. I'd follow him down hallways, text him from the next room, ask, "Can we please talk?" Until he finally sighed and said something like, "You just don't get it, do you?" I wanted to be the bigger person. I told myself that's what maturity looked like, de-escalating, fixing, holding the relationship together with both hands even when he wasn't holding it at all. It started small. An eye roll when I disagreed with him at a party. A sarcastic, "Of course you'd say that," in the car after I asked him to stop interrupting me. Times where I'd express a need and he'd say I was making a big deal out of nothing. I made excuses, he's tired. He doesn't mean it like that. He had a hard childhood. He just communicates differently. I valued peace over pride, and for a while that worked. Until I realized I was the only one doing that. Because for him, peace meant winning. Peace meant silence. Peace meant me coming back with my hands open while his stayed crossed against his chest. The worst part? He always looked so calm when I gave in, like I'd finally come to my senses. Like the tension was my creation, and he was just enduring it. Over time, I started keeping a list. Not physically, just in my head. A log of every time I said, "I'm sorry," when what I really meant was, "I need you to meet me halfway." A tally of all the times he hurt me, and I turned it into a teachable moment. I got tired, not all at once, but gradually. Tired of apologizing for having emotions. Tired of trying to shrink them down into something more palatable. Tired of learning how to phrase things just right so he wouldn't twist them. And still I stayed, because leaving felt too big. And because I kept hoping one day I'd say this hurt me, and he'd say I'm sorry. Instead, on our anniversary, we fought again. On our anniversary, we fought again. I had planned the night. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet dinner at home. I cooked his favorite meal, lit the candles he said made the place feel like a real restaurant. I even bought a card, handwritten, telling him I was proud of us for making it through another year. That I hoped things would keep getting better. He walked in late, said he forgot we were doing anything. His phone buzzed 3 times while we ate, he checked it every time. I asked if we could maybe put the phones away just for tonight, and that was all it took. "You're starting," he said. I blinked. "Starting what?" He sighed. "You always do this, turn something small into a thing. It's like you can't just enjoy a night without picking a fight." I stared at him. I asked for your attention. He leaned back in his chair, arms folded. "And I'm sitting right here, but you'd rather make it a problem." I felt the switch flip, the old reflex to fix, to soften my voice. To say, "I didn't mean it like that," or "I'm sorry, I just wanted tonight to feel special." But this time I didn't. I stayed silent. And not the bitter kind of silence, not arms crossed, lip-twisted silence, just stillness. I picked up my fork and took another bite, chewed slowly, didn't make eye contact. He seemed thrown off. He waited for the usual rhythm. Me backing down, me asking if he was okay, me soothing him into forgiving me for a thing he started. But I didn't move, didn't speak. After a few minutes, he stood, grabbed his keys. "I'm going for a drive to clear my head." I nodded without looking up. "Drive safe." He hesitated, probably waiting for me to stop him. To say, "Please don't go," but I stayed at the table, fork in hand. He left. 3 hours later, I was curled up on the couch in sweatpants, reheating tea I never drank when my phone buzzed. It was his friend, just 4 words. "You should see what he just posted." It was a photo. Him shirt off, standing at a bar with his arm wrapped around a woman in a black dress. One hand on her hip. Her head tilted toward him like they were mid-laugh. His expression was smug, not drunk, not wild, just satisfied. Like someone who wanted to be seen. The caption read, "Grateful for people who really get me." I stared at it, just stared. For 10 seconds, then 20. Long enough for my brain to loop through every possible excuse before finally landing on the truth. This wasn't careless, it was intentional, It wasn't a mistake. It was a message. I felt everything all at once: shame, anger, heartbreak, then nothing. Like my emotions short-circuited. I didn't cry. My hands didn't shake. I just took a screenshot, saved it. Another one just in case. The timestamp was right there, 10:42 p.m., while I was still cleaning the dishes from the dinner he walked out on. By 11:10, the post was gone. But the screenshots were already flying. His friend messaged again. My best friend sent it to me with the text, "Tell me this is fake." I didn't answer anyone. I didn't need to. The photo said enough. My phone buzzed for another hour straight. DMs from mutuals. A message from one of his exes who I'd never spoken to. A few I didn't want to get involved, but confessions. It was all a blur. He didn't text me, didn't call. No apology, no explanation. Just silence, the same silence he always used like a shield. But this time I didn't chase it. I turned my phone off, brushed my teeth, folded my card, the anniversary card I'd written earlier, and threw it in the trash. Then I laid down in bed, facing the empty side, and started planning my next move. He came home acting like nothing happened. Walked through the door around noon the next day, carrying a coffee he didn't offer me. Sunglasses still on, like he'd just stepped out to run errands. "Hey," he said, casual. "I overreacted last night. That post was stupid, I deleted it." I looked at him, really looked. He wasn't sorry. Not really. He was just testing how much I'd let him get away with. "It was just a joke," he added. "You know how people are." It wasn't serious. I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I didn't ask, why her? Why there? Why now? I just stood up, walked into the bedroom, and came back with a small pile. His toothbrush, his phone charger, a clean duffel bag already zipped. He froze when he saw it. "What are you doing?" I set it on the floor in front of him. "You said you needed space," I said, "so go enjoy it." He looked down at the bag, then back at me. Like maybe this was still part of some act. Like I'd follow it up with "just kidding, please stay." I didn't. "I don't get it," he said. "You're blowing this way out of." I held up a hand, not angry, not shaky, just done. "Don't talk to me like you're the victim in this." He didn't have anything to say after that. I opened the door, he didn't move, so I stepped aside. Held the frame. Waited. Eventually, he picked up the bag, no goodbye, no look back. Just footsteps fading down the hall. I closed the door gently behind him, locked it. Then I stood there for a second, breathed, and smiled just a little. Because this time the silence was mine. He tried to apologize in waves. Not all at once, that would have required sincerity. No, he tested the waters, first with a meme. One of those dumb, vaguely romantic ones. A cartoon couple lying in bed, the caption, "No matter what, I always find my way back to you." I didn't reply, then came the "Can we talk?" text. Then another one, "I miss you." Then a long paragraph about how he'd been struggling lately. How he felt like he wasn't being seen or understood. How the post didn't mean anything, it was just a bad moment. Funny, my silence had suddenly made me visible. I blocked his number, and then I got dressed. Black dress. Hair done, same bar. I asked a friend to take a photo, same angle, same lighting. Only this time I was alone. One hand resting on the bar, chin up, calm. I posted it. Caption: "Found someone who really gets me." No tags, no callouts, just the truth. It was me, no smugness, no thirst trap, just a quiet reclaiming of a moment he thought he owned. Now it was mine, and it looked better this way, sharper, lighter. People noticed. My inbox filled up again, but differently this time. Laugh reacts, fire emojis. Comments from people I hadn't heard from in months saying, "You look free." I did, because I wasn't playing his game anymore. I had changed the entire board. His friend, the one who warned me, liked the photo. So did a few of his other friends. People who used to sit across from me at dinner, nodding along while he told stories that made him sound bigger than he was. I never asked for revenge, but it found me anyway. I didn't respond to the likes, didn't answer the texts from mutuals, didn't explain. I let the silence do what it does best, say everything. Luca's never posted again. His profile's still up, but it's stuck. Frozen in the past, nothing new, no updates, no gym selfies, no captions about growth. Me, I'm sleeping better, I wake up lighter. I cook for one and never feel lonely. I walk past mirrors and recognize myself again, not the woman who apologized just to end the tension, but the one who knows her voice and uses it. I made a new playlist last week. It's called Peace Looks Good on Me. Every track is a song I wouldn't let him ruin. It plays while I clean, while I drive, while I heal. It's a look I'm keeping. And this time, I don't need him to see it. I just need to live it. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you all.